Beam antenna. My beam is pointing south. Sounds like you're a South Pacific station. Yeah, let's go down to 535. I'm going to turn my beam around a little bit more. Let's go down to 535 and see if we can have a QSO. QSL. How about it to Australia? I think you're in Australia. 9 Alpha Tango 791 calling from the North Pacific. Okay, 43 Kilo November 03. Yeah, you as well. You're 20 over now, my friend. I had you barely moving the needle, and now you're 20 over. I got my beam pointed right towards you into the South Pacific. I just got into the radio room, and you are sounding fantastic here to the Gulf Islands off the Pacific coast of Canada.
Yeah, conditions this morning have been fantastic in my location. Long path has been open for about 2 hours. Worked some Spain, Portugal, and France, all long paths. So conditions are very, very open. Over.
That's cool. Yeah, nothing here. We didn't have any Europe coming in here today. I came in early this morning, turned the beam. Watch, I turned the beam last night towards Europe up over the North Pole, and it's been dead here for the last week. No European skip.
Oh, holy moly. Yeah, we got a little bit last night, worked 2 or 3 stations, but this morning long path was open for about 2 hours. So conditions were really, really good long path. But yeah, it's definitely opening up. It's starting to improve again. Over.
Yeah, QSL. Well, good to hear you, my friend. What part of Australia are you in?
Yeah, I'm on the pointy bit of Australia. Up in my nearest major city to my location is the city of Cairns. Charlie Alpha India, Romeo Nancy Sierra. And that's the nearest major city to my location. Over.
Yeah, you're up in the tropics there. Beautiful, man. You got to love it up there. You're in that tropical part of Australia. I'm out here on the southern Gulf Islands. So the name of my island is Salt Spring Island, like table salt and bouncy spring. Salt Spring Island. Off the southwest coast of British Columbia, QSL.
Yeah, it's definitely. Well, Salt Spring Island, that must be. Has it started to warm up? That's the question. Has it started to warm up for you, Over?
Well, it never gets as hot as Australia in the wintertime, but it never gets as cold as the rest of Canada. Often the winters here can be without snow, usually wet winters here out on the Pacific Islands. Everything has been blooming here for a long time now. Cherries, plums, you name it. Daffodils been up forever. It's everything's in bloom here.
Wow, okay. But the straits are still frozen solid as well. So you must be in the best part of Canada, Over.
Yeah, well, we got the offshore Japanese current and the North Pacific current out here in the ocean, right? So we're the southern Gulf Islands. Our climate is moderate, so regulated year-round by the Pacific Ocean. There's no extremes here. Summer months, 75 to 80, and winter months, you rarely get too much. You don't get too much lower than 0 degrees Celsius. We did have a cold snap in early February. So to the north of us, way to the north of us, Alaska opened her doors up and let a little bit of cold air out, and that jet stream pulled it down south over our islands. So the coldest night we had was minus 3.9 degrees Celsius, so 25 Fahrenheit. That's as cold as we got all winter there, QSL.
Wow, you have been lucky. You are lucky that look, as you know, I'm in the tropics. We do, and on the mountaintops it does get a bit cool. We do, on rare occasions, we do get into a minus, but that's only like, it's actually half of Australia will be frozen before we get it. So we've got to get a polar vortex that comes up and pushes right up to almost to the equator. That's the only time we really ever get cold, Over.
Yeah. I never associated cold weather with your part of Australia. I know if you went up to the mountains of Kosciuszko or something, and it's going to get cold and snowy up there. I mean, we grow a lot of really tropical-like plants on this island, believe it or not. Lots of palm trees. Our garden has lots of palm trees in it. Got a big Tasmanian tree fern. I have some Australian tree ferns growing here as well. So if you saw pictures of our place, you would not think we were in Canada.
Yeah, wow. I'm amazed. So you definitely that jet stream and the ocean current. Definitely, you got the best of the best. You're away from everybody else, and you've got the subtropical type weather, over.
Yeah, you look at it. It's a Mediterranean climate here. We have a big olive farm on our island here. On the south end of our island, they grow commercial olives trees for olive oil, and they make olive oil here. So only place in Canada you're going to do that here is out in the southern Gulf Islands. We are located in a rain shadow, so we get way less rainfall than surrounding areas. And the only way you're going to get here is by ferry boat there, QSL.
Wow. Well, you don't use, so you don't use much, what they call it, eBay. It takes you too long to get anything, over?
Exactly. Yeah. No, we're on this little island here, out here in the ocean. It's absolutely beautiful. But anyway, look it up. Google it, Salt Spring Island. And even go to YouTube. I got a lot of YouTube videos out there. You punch in palm trees on Salt Spring Island, you'll see what I'm talking about.
QSL, I'm definitely going to do that. I do like looking at other people's country and what it's like. It's definitely amazing how various climates shouldn't be where they are, but they are.
Exactly, and it is the ocean that does it. You got to remember, the ocean here around us never really drops lower than 7 degrees Celsius in the coldest months. So with the ocean around us, it acts as a heat bank, and that's what keeps it regulated, the air temperatures, QSL.
Yeah, it's like you say, it's a heater, definitely keeping you warm. Wow, it is amazing. I'm going to look up that, and it's one of those things that it doesn't make sense. You should be frozen solid like the rest of Canada, but you're not. It's really, it's one of those things that I can't get over.
I think it's funny, when people ask me, well, how much snow do you have? I said, no, we don't have any snow here, man. Our winters are wet, not white. You know what I mean? So it could be minus 30 or 40 in Winnipeg, and it can be plus 7 or 8 degrees Celsius here.
Wow, that's a big difference. That's a big difference, Ivan.
It is a big difference. And on our island is just under 17 miles in length, and it's quite hilly and mountainous from one end to the other, right? So even the topography does play a role from one end to the other. I mean, it could be a little cooler in a deep valley in the wintertime and a lot milder up on the point of the island where I live. I live right across the street from the ocean. On one side, I just walk across the street to the beach, and on the other side, very close as well. It's very narrow where I live up on the northern point here. So ocean close by on each side.
Yeah, well, that's maybe where you get the good DX as well. I hear you most mornings, I really do. A lot of times you're too low to work. I hear you, but not strong enough to work you, Alan.
Well, you're blasting it right now, man. Your signal is absolutely Q5, fantastic, great audio. I tell you what, I'd like pour you a cup of tea or maybe a beer or something, but I know you're in Australia, 10,000 kilometers away.
Yeah, it's too early for beer. It's only 9 o'clock in the morning, over.
That's all right. Yeah, that's right. I forget about the time zone, time change there. You're way ahead of us. We're about just after 4 p.m. Pacific time, and current temperature here right now is around 10 degrees Celsius with sunshine, QSL.
Yeah, so you're 4 p.m. Friday. I'm at 9 o'clock Saturday, over.
Wow, yeah, that's right, too. So my name is Joe, by the way. Personal is Joe, Juliet, Oscar, Echo. And I'll tell you what I'm running here. I'm running an RCI 2980 WX radio, an old school D104 lollipop, and pushing about 200 whiskeys through a flat-side Yagi, a 3-element flat-side serial Yagi, up about 26 foot to the boom. What are you running there?
Yeah, I'm using an ICOM. Sorry about that, Joe. I'm running an ICOM 7300. A dual drive 5-element Yagi beam, and in input power at the moment about 800 whiskeys, over.
Yeah, it's working, man. Love the ICOMs. Great, the antenna's working for you too, man. Right, clear shot, straight shot across here into the North Pacific, and likewise with me. I'm pointed due southwest, so like I say, at first I was pointed south into South America, and I could hear you in there barely, and then I turned it around. I was like, holy cow, you supposed to shake me right out of the radio room.
Yeah, actually, I've talked to a lot of people in Europe as well. A lot of times, there's times there that I put a 20 dB signal. When conditions are perfect, I even have to turn my amplifier right down. I turn it to about 200 whiskeys. When the conditions are good, I turn it down. Otherwise, it's just too strong, huh?
Oh, yeah, no, you're mostly 20 over right now. And what are you running for a microphone there? Do you have like a preamp on there, or is it just the stock ICOM mic?
Yeah, it's a stock ICOM mic with the radio. All I did when I got the radio is do the mic, the 11 meter mic, and that's it. Haven't touched nothing. Nothing else has been touched inside of the radio. Change that. and that's it. Hooked it straight up to the amplifier, we the amplifier, and everything works perfectly,
Absolutely, 100%, man. Your audio is bang on. Don't ever do anything with it, man. Don't need to change that microphone. It is great. I can't stand when people are over mod and I can't understand them. Your audio is like perfect.
Oh, thanks for giving me a 12 head. I'm going to 12 head down, Joe. Yeah, it's definitely, it's a good little radio. I wanted to pay, I think that's $1,600 for this one, over.
Yeah, no, it's worth every penny. A friend of mine wants to sell me his Kenwood, and he bought it in 1990. It's a really nice one. It does have the 11-meter band in it, but you know what? I don't know I can justify getting another radio. I got a radio room full of them, and if I ask my wife, hey, please, can I get one more radio? I know what she's going to say, because she already says to me, why do I need so many radios? But man, I'd like to get it. I like the Kenwoods too.
Oh yeah, Kenwoods. The old Kenwoods were good. I like the old Kenwoods. I used to have one of the 180S or 140S. I can't remember. Or LED. This is the first, what would you call it? With the waterfall, I tell you what, that waterfall, it is one of the best things. I didn't realise how good they were until you got a waterfall radio, and you can actually tune that frequency and get right on them, over.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, man. Pretty high tech. You know what an RCI 2980WX is? It's just got the 2 meters on the front, old school, but it's all digital. Frequency counter stuff. But I know what the 7300 ICOM is too. A friend of mine had one, man. They are beautiful.
Yeah, they're a little bit expensive, but I suppose it's got actually a TV radio for home right here. But yeah, it's fantastic. It's a good little radio. It's supposed to be a mobile unit, but I use it as a base. And I've got a 756, a 756 as well. But it's in the doctor at the moment, getting a rebuild on the final amplifier stage. But that's fantastic,
Yeah, you know what? It's never too much money. If it's a hobby you enjoy, it's something you enjoy, that makes you happy, then never too much money, man. And anyway, you're having fun with it. And yeah, it definitely works. It definitely talks. Anyway, I should back on out of here. I shouldn't tie it up too much longer. We've had a pretty darn good QSO here for about 13 minutes now. So, hey, it's been a pleasure, my friend. And I'm so glad you came back to my call. Like I said, I just got into the radio room. So with that, we're going to say enjoy your day near Cairns, Australia. 43 Kilo November 03 down under. Your friend up here, 9 Alpha Tango 791 on the Gulf Islands, North Pacific. Wave until next time.
Okay, Joe, yes, 9 Alpha Tango 791. Today you're fine. I did enjoy it very much. Local drive this afternoon at 9 o'clock Saturday morning. In the future, sorry I can't give you the lotto numbers. I don't know them. But all right, 73, bye from Australia.
Thanks a lot, buddy. Cheers and beers.
Bye. How about there, Joe?
Yeah, go ahead there. I hear another Aussie station in there. Bring her back. How you doing, my friend? 43 Echo Kilo 910. Good to hear you. Yeah, you're blasting in there too. I was just talking to that station up there in Cairns, Australia. I don't know if you heard them, but it was funny. I was on 555 and I had the beam pointed due south, calling, and then I heard him come back to me. Barely heard him. Then I turned the beam around. I was like, "Holy cow!" Kind of knocking me out of the radio room. But yeah, you're pushing a really nice signal too.
And that's on there, Joe. Yeah, John. Kilo November 03. Yeah, I spoke to him earlier on. About 10 minutes ago, 15 minutes ago. So, yeah, and not very often I get to talk to him there, but we're talking about maybe 6 hours apart there, Roger.
Wow, is that right, eh? Holy cow, so he's quite a ways apart, so that's almost like kind of short skip.
And right there, Joe, well, John's in Cairns, and I'm just south of Townsville. So, yeah, we're pretty close, for a conversation. So, yeah, well, we're getting the old back together, Roger.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I like that. Yeah, I remember you saying you're near Townsville there. That is really good. Well, I hope you're having a good morning out there. I'm sure it's nice and warm as usual. Here it's around 10 degrees Celsius with sunshine there, QSL. Now that's okay. A little bit of rain is okay. You know what? I don't mind rain, especially when it's in our dry months. And we're on a well here. We're on a well, so rain is good for the aquifer there, QSL.
And from there, Joe, yeah, well, as John's running a 7300 likewise this way, and also a standard microphone there, Joe, but I'm not running as much power, I have like 500, Roger.
It's working for you, though. It sounds good. I do have I actually have 4 foot warmers here. I have 4 linears sitting in front of me. So right now, I'm just using my little KL203P RM linear, but I do actually have a Texas Start sitting on 500 high drive variable, and then I got one of those 350 high drive variable Texas Stars, but I'm just figuring this is just enough for this one. I mean, it seems to be okay. I can turn off the power. I'll turn it off, and we'll just use the power out of the radio. Can you still hear me? Yeah, they're good. They're good little linears. I have one in my truck now. I've been using it for about 4 years now or so, and it seems to work pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it.
Yeah, well, I can't complain. I tried it with 30 whiskey, and yeah, it seemed to work pretty well. But I did try with 20, but yeah, it didn't work as good. So I put an extra about 10 watts in, and yeah, it's driving it a lot better, Roger.
Yeah, I'm putting about probably about 10 watts into this one here. I think 10, 12 watts, something like that. I got my radio turned right down.
And from there, Joe, I've got my 7 job. But yeah, I'll do better there. But as soon as I get my 6 elements back up, then I put that 6 elements back up, I should do a lot better, Roger.
Yeah, that'll be interesting. I'll be listening for you out there, but I tell you what, right now, you're doing pretty good. I got you about 9 and 10. 9 and 10. I got a little bit of QSB QRM in there, but that's okay. You got very good audio.
And from there, Joe, yeah, well, the radio is like John, totally soft in. The only mod it had was the 11 meters put into it. And yeah, on the email microphone that comes with the radio, Roger.
Yeah, sometimes those are the best microphones, the ones that come with the radio. I have a little unit in Bearcat 980, and it's got a mic gain on it, stock microphone, and it works good. I always get really good audio reports. This microphone here is the D104 Lollipop Tug 9, but I do actually have it turned quite a ways down there. So, yeah, I don't want to overdrive the thing or anything. I don't want to be splattering, but hopefully it sounds okay.
Yeah, no problem, Joe. Yeah, it sounds all right to me, that's for sure. But anyhow there, Joe, I'll let you go there. And I've got a few things to do here. And I'll do that for there, Joe. And yeah, as usual, sounding good up there in the Gulf Islands, Roger.
Thanks a lot, brother. Always a pleasure to talk to you. I always enjoy talking to my friends in Australia. So you have a good day. Happy DXing, and thanks for coming in for the chat. And we'll be listening for you again. Maybe we'll hear you out there tomorrow. 43 Echo Kilo 910 near Townsville, Australia. 9 Alpha Tango 791 waving from the Gulf Islands. Yeah. Take care. Good sound of stations.